In order to lead, you have to learn to submit your leadership.
Would you look at it as in, hey, what are the lessons I need to learn so this doesn't happen in the future?
I'm just telling you right now, I do get upset. When somebody comes to me with a post-breakup, post-apology, like, I just didn't know that I had that problem. What do you mean you didn't know? I was pointing it out as it was happening.
Change doesn't just happen at a snap of a fingers or a little wand over your head.
Yeah, no.
It takes conscious action to change. Welcome back to Therapy is Full podcast. I'm your host, Dustin Hayes, CEO of Red, White, and Badass Brew, along with
my main man, Terrence Davis. Am I saying my main man? I said my main man.
You said my main man. So you are your main man?
I am my own main man, and I am my biggest cheerleader this week. Terrence Davis, y'all, what's up? Coming in from Compass. Super stoked for today's video because we have something very interesting. I wanted to do this for a while. And I've been telling Dustin I want to do like a reaction video. I see all these shorts and these reels, and a lot of times I go, I wonder what Dustin would think of this reel, especially because as we talk about most of these things anyway, I know he would either laugh or hate them. So I've queued up several videos for Dustin to watch. You guys are going to get his live reaction to some of the videos that I am super stoked and interested.
Hold on, before we get into
don't
that,
get into it.
We're not going to gloss over something you just said. You're your biggest cheerleader.
You have to be.
So I need you to come in a cheerleader outfit.
Okay, Halloween.
Let's do it.
It's done.
Let's do it, man.
Next week.
Because would you guys like to see?
Put in the comment section if you want to see Terrence in a midriff. I don't know why you want to see me in a midriff. I think
cheerleader outfit.
Cheerleader outfit. But I'm gonna do like the midriff though. I'm gonna have like the midriff cut out.
Yeah, you're just gonna do the top and the bottom.
Yeah. Bro, and the skirt.
Yeah.
The low cheerleader. Low skirt though.
I don't know if there's any long cheerleading skirts.
I've seen some long ones.
Oh, okay.
The modest cheerleaders of Utah.
Oh man, that's a different subject.
Yeah,
we're not going there.
But I don't know why he wants to see me in a skirt. But no, okay, so I'm super stoked. I'm super excited to see what you think about these videos. I am super eager.
Ready.
So what we're gonna do?
I'm eager.
Yeah, what we're gonna do is I'm going to show him first the thumbnail. Our editor and our video guy is gonna place the video clip so you guys can see what he's reacting to. Right in this general vicinity is where I'm kind of telling him we should put it right here in this area. So hopefully you guys get to enjoy this video. If you do, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, because I would love to do more of these. We've talked about doing a couple short form ideas to kind of give you guys some variety, kind of break up the long-winded talks. And we have had some wonderful feedback on TikTok. A lot of people are enjoying our short content, but they do also enjoy the full dissection. But sometimes when you are absorbing the really great parts of our long podcast, it's a little bit harder to sit through the whole hour when you're waiting for those moments. So I think doing something like this would be fun.
I agree.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So
I'm excited.
Yeah. So first I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the thumbnails first. Obviously, you guys will be able to hear it. I have us with AirPods in, so you guys don't have to hear the double feedback. So first and foremost, we're going to get him to judge the thumbnail. What do you think this video is going to be about?
So it says a separated dad. So, and it's 4 guys. I'm going to say that they're going to actually talk about not physical separation, but mental separation. Okay. Mental separation. Let's kick it. Okay.
Tell any brother who is about to make that decision, you ain't made it yet.
Yeah.
If you can go through another year of therapy, another year of prayer, another year of anything, counsel from your community, I would rather you do that and make because
I had my uncle the first time that we actually separated.
So now pause. Now they just did a little switch, right? I didn't really understand the switch when I first watched it, but I want you to check it out. So far, what he's saying, do you understand anything that he's saying so far?
No.
I didn't think he did. I knew he wouldn't. But let's get to the video and then we'll go back and watch it.
He brought me into a room and basically said, if this marriage ends, it's your fault. Yeah. He said, it is your fault because
that's fucking heavy to lay on a kid, dude.
Well, he's not a kid. He's probably a grown man at this point, and also a husband who's, going through some what looks like obvious marital problems.
No, yeah, but he said he's going into there, talk to his kids, say it's your fault. Like
you wouldn't say the same thing to your kid?
Fuck no.
If this marriage ends, it's your fault.
No.
Why?
I would not tell that. I would not put that on my kid.
Tell us more.
Dude, are you kidding me? You're going to go to a child.
Well, let's say it's not a child because we don't know. Let's say the age is. Let's say he's 25. He's newly married.
He ain't enough fucking.
And
That's
let's say it's like it's just for the sake of the argument. I don't know if he, and we have to watch it again. I mean, we could play it back and see if he said like I was a kid when my dad said it. Let's play it back. Let's play it back. Let's go back. Let's see what happens and see.
Because
hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Let's see. I want to.
Time that we actually separated. He brought me into a room and basically said,
I keep doing the wrong thing. There you go.
This marriage ends, it's your fault. Yeah. He said, it is your fault.
So his uncle is the one, but it was after him and his wife first separated. So he's probably definitely a grown man at this point. And his uncle's just giving him that uncly man-to-man advice. And his advice
that's
from uncle to nephew is if this marriage ends, fails, it's your fault.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
All right. So he's not laying on a kid like I first thought he was.
Yeah, okay, good.
And I was like, damn, that's super heavy, man.
That's deep.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it is. I wouldn't say 100% your fault because it depends on circumstances, but yeah, of course, you're having responsibility in a relationship. Okay. It takes two to be separated. It also takes two to make the relationship work. You cannot. It does.
No. I agree.
One person can't be in it. One person be out of it.
Well, and that's why for me that phrasing. And when I first saw this video, I immediately cringed at that part. And again, I have to be cognizant of times that I cringe because I'm like, oh, it's like you're calling me out. The truth is, I don't think it's on. I agree with you. I think it's on both parties to kind of come up with like, hey, like we both are failing each other. But the initial start of this was if this marriage fails, it's because you failed it.
Yeah,
it's kind of placing the sole responsibility of the safety and integrity relationship on the man.
I don't agree with that at all.
That's what. Let's keep listening.
Yeah, I want to see what it says.
Because it is your job to lead. And when you lead, it doesn't mean to be domineering. Sometimes leading means strictly just submitting, learning how to be a partner, learning how to sacrifice, being edifying. Yeah,
like it's tough.
I do agree with it's a man's job in a relationship to lead.
I agree.
It's not a woman's job. There's the traditional roles, the man, the masculine role, and the female, the feminine role. Even if she is a breadwinner, most women who are breadwinners don't want to lead. They want to be led. You know what I mean? They still want that masculine person to lead the household. Because I think it's just this innate ability inside of each of us that really has that drive. You know, and that's what fills the cup. Not everybody. Now we got some outliers. We got some outliers.
Yeah, we got some outliers. I think the problem
the majority
with dating in 2026 for most women, I think if they watch this, they would probably agree with me more maybe than you that like that's the natural instinct for men to lead. Most women that I've engaged with or talked to on social media or even the ones in TikTok, the opposite is true. They feel like men don't want to lead at all. Like they can't date anything. Matter of fact, I had a young lady I was talking to the other day. We were talking about real estate and all that kind of business. And, you know, she's kind of venting about like her personal life and relationships. And she's like, yeah, I just feel like all the guys I find are 30-year-old dudes that live in penthouses that want to party in PB, you know, drinking with 18-year-old girls, 20-year-old college kids. And I'm like, probably because you're at the wrong places trying to find the wrong dudes. And them dudes ain't the right type of dudes.
You're definitely going to the wrong median
the wrong place
to find them. If you're looking in bars, you're going to find that. If you're looking on apps, you're going to find that. You have to be connected in what you want, you know, mentally connected in what you want. I do agree. I do agree with that statement that a lot of men have taken a back seat to not being a leader in their household, to not developing that masculine energy that women thrive on.
Well, we're gonna talk about that. So now the phrase that he said here that kind of was like, I'm going to talk about that, is the idea that, and this is the idea that they're running with now in society. So lots of videos, don't ever watch any of the videos I sent you because then it will become your algorithm and then this is all you're going to see. The new adage is that in order for you to be a man, you have to learn how to submit to your lady.
In times.
In order to lead, you have to learn to submit your leadership.
In times.
What do you mean?
You can't be you're not going to be perfect at all times. You're not going to be right at all times.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? But you're not going to be, there's times when a leader has to sit down and say, you know what, in the big picture, this really doesn't matter. Let them win. Let them have it, or let them hear them out and say, okay, yeah, you're right, baby.
Yeah, but would that be like submitting your leader? So for example, if we take this to the military thing, let's say You're the CEO.
Uh-huh.
I'm the first sergeant, right?
Yep.
You make the order. I, with my years of experience over you, you're second lieutenant or whatever, you're fresh out of OCS or something. I say, hey, sir, I see what you're trying to do. I don't think that's a good idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Would you changing or modifying your orders based off my information, my experience, really be you submitting your leadership to me? Or would it be more so you being an actual effective leader by listening to the other people that have the experience?
That's being an effective leader.
Okay.
You can't be, you're not losing leadership by taking somebody's idea and going, damn, that's a great idea. That's not losing. That's actually gaining
I would
more
say
respect.
That's leadership. I think that's leadership 101. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you can't be right every single time. You can't lead every single time. You can't think of every solution every single time. And people are going to know a little bit, maybe a better way of doing it than you. You have to be open. It comes to communication.
I love it. Okay.
I think it depends on the how the communication is brought to you. You know, if it's hostility, you're going to meet with hostility, right? If it's calmness and saying, hey, let's think about it this way, they're going to be like more logical, right? Our ego is going to be poked.
Yeah, the ego gets poked.
It's going to be poked. And as a man, when your ego pokes, you kind of lose. Matter of fact, you poke an ego, you lose the ability to communicate because you could be right or they could be right. And guess what? That ego is not going to let that person let you be right. You're still going to be wrong. But as a leader, you got to check the ego and actually effectively listen and communicate.
And I agree with that piece. I think that piece is really effective leadership. What I'm wondering is, and you said it earlier, so I'll challenge the idea a little bit. You said, hey, sometimes leaders, you have to let them win one. Just let them have it.
Yeah.
Right? But is that surrendering your leadership?
No.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So like this idea, and we're going to watch the rest of the video, but like the idea of like, hey, as the leader, I surrender my leadership to my spouse or my partner. That sounds a little confusing. Like, as in the same analogy, I'm the first sergeant, you're the second lieutenant. You know, when I give you my input, you may say, hey, listen, I hear you. And yeah, okay, I can see how some of the things you say are right. Well, you know, as the new leader, I kind of want to try this and see how it works out. That's not necessarily discrediting me or just telling me to go F myself. It's saying, hey, listen, you know, I'm the new guy. I want to try some things and flap my own wings as a leader. I appreciate your input. I think we're still going to try it my way and see how it plays out.
I think it's going to be more beneficial. They're going to feel heard. They're going to feel listened to. They're going to feel like, oh, wow, I don't have to be afraid to take some action. I don't have to be afraid to bring up opportunities or bring up ideas. You know, I mean, now you're opening this door as a leader to really bring the team in and to effectively communicate. And that doesn't matter if that's business or marriage or kids, but they're feeling heard. And that's the biggest part, is actually letting people feel heard, whether you take action or not.
But no. Okay, but now here's the question, and we're gonna I'm gonna let you have this one piece, and we're gonna move on from it. I'm not gonna engage it because we can
get deep.
What if let's take this back to business. Let's take this to business. Right? Because that's something we can both agree on. I've never been in the coffee business. I have a ton of opinions and thoughts and ideas and things I think that could make his business great. So I give him these ideas. As the leader with the experience, even though we're 50-50 partners in the business, because I bought my way in, I'm giving you advice that you know is not going to work based off of trial, error, history, judgment, discernment, any of those things. I tell you, after 2 years of us being in business together, that you've never taken any of my ideas, you've never run with it, and I don't feel heard because you aren't implementing my suggestions. What do you take to that? Because that's the thing that most men, I think, will say is, it's not, I am hearing you, I'm listening to you, but I don't necessarily agree with your ideas, or I don't think that's the best way to get home that day, or I don't think that's the best way to handle discipline with the kids. I think we get to a place where the phrasing of I don't feel heard is used.
I didn't communicate to you why. You know, I think part of listening is one step of it. Also establishing a communication between the two of us of saying, hey, listen, I understand what you just said. I do like that idea. The reason why I don't want to go with that idea, because I've already did it and I failed. You know,
but you didn't. I'm not gonna say anything. Keep going. We're gonna move on to the next one. Keep going.
It's just not a really great path. And I do want to listen to some of your ideas are good, but most of the ideas of something I've already tried and implemented, and they just didn't work in this business. I don't want you to stop thinking about ideas because you're going to land on an idea. And most of the time when that idea hits, it's going to be a golden nugget idea. You know what I mean? So keep coming with the ideas. Keep talking, and I want the store to be open, and we're definitely going to implement an idea sooner or later.
Yeah. So the idea, and to summarize kind of what you said, is it's not about like me implementing all of your ideas. It's, I've got the experience. I've done a lot of this stuff already. Some of your ideas I've already tried. I've tried them. They failed. I don't think we should go down that road again. So I'm saying, hey, that's not a good idea. Here's why, and let's move on.
Yep.
But I'm also telling you, please keep coming with ideas, whether I implement them immediately or not. Is not the question. Keep coming to me. It's an open door policy. Keep coming to me. Tell me your ideas. Share with me what your thoughts and opinions are. And I will, we're going to implement something at some point, just maybe not this one.
The biggest thing I hate, and this is relationship, business, kids, coming to me with a problem. And not a single effing solution. Well, I don't even, I just want, I don't care how good it is, just like an idea. I don't care how great it is or how bad it is. What that shows me is you're thinking, and you're thinking outside the box, and you're not afraid to come and communicate that to me.
Okay, I'm going to add one more. No, I'm going to add one more. Because I just heard this yesterday. She just said it to me yesterday.
All right.
She said, "Well, yeah, I would bring these ideas, and whenever I'd bring you something, you'd always try to find a solution." And I've heard that phrasing. Like men are always looking for a solution. Sometimes women just want to be heard. They just want to be vented to, or they want to vent, right? They want to vent. They want to be able to talk, and they don't really want a solution. They don't want to have the problem solved. They just want to be heard. And the idea is that like men we are instinctively solvers. We want to solve the problem. I kind of align with you is, listen, like I'm all about hearing your problem or talking through something, but I do agree, like, okay, so you're addressing something, that you're bringing something to my attention. Cool. Do we want to make changes? Is there going to be changed behavior? Because that's also a solution, right? Well, hey, I'm hearing you. You're saying I'm distant or I'm absent. You're telling me it's a problem. I'm asking questions to understand why it's a problem for you. We've clarified now why it's a problem. And then I say, okay, well, hey, why don't I try to be more present at home? I'll try to take off earlier, or I'll try to come home earlier. I'll try to make more dedicated, intentional time for you. That is inherently in solving the problem, but you will still tell me later you never felt heard. So we'll come back to that. Yeah.
Oh, you're leaving me on that fucking seat.
I'm leaving him.
God.
I edged him.
God
so good.
damn,
so
you
good.
did.
You guys got to see his face. I feel like I just got hot because he got hot.
Oh, yeah.
I say it all the time. I wouldn't be this dad had I not lost my family being together all the time. Had I not lost a career that was, to anybody else's eyes, was exceptional. Like, I wouldn't be this person. I wouldn't have been able to realign my priorities in the way I did as a result of loss. Nothing is as significant as you think it is.
Yeah.
Right?
Facts.
Nothing is as significant as you think it is. And you're going to put...
All right, before we go there. So what do you think about that? That you wouldn't be the man that you are without the losses?
Our past builds who we are today.
Okay.
You know, versus the wins and the losses, the heartaches and the warmth felt touches. All of that builds of who we are today. So him being the man he is today, yeah, he wouldn't be the same man if he didn't go through I think he said lost a house.
He lost the family. He gave up the career.
Yeah, he wouldn't be it. He wouldn't be the version of him today if those things didn't unfold. So I agree with that.
I think for men and women, and let's say this is universal on both sides. I don't think men and women, I don't think in relationships, I don't think we suffer silently. I think both men and women, we vary, and men are maybe a little different, right? So I'll give us a little bit of that. But I think it's that we will communicate what we don't like. If I'm eating something I don't like, I'm going to tell you I don't like
body language.
The body language
does
the whole
way
nine.
More talking than words.
The thing for me with this post-breakup epiphanies and post-breakup changes are for certain people that are eloquent and they can communicate and they can discuss and they can openly say, hey, listen, this thing you're doing, I don't like. Hey, can we change these things? I think that's where like the post-breakup epiphanies kind of really piss me off. And I agree with you that you can change after the fact. But like, what if, hypothetically speaking, hold the phone, ladies, because this might sound crazy. What if when I told you I really value this relationship I really do want to keep this relationship. This thing that's happening right here, this specific thing is not good. I don't like it. This is the path that leads us down. How do we fix this? How do we work together to fix this? What if we just did that and fixed the thing, and we don't have to worry about breaking up the family or losing the job or losing the career? We just fixed it so we didn't need the post-breakup epiphany.
Because you communicated that after the breakup.
No. That's communicated before the breakup.
Oh,
Yeah,
before the breakup.
That's
Well,
in the moment.
That's either going to prolong the breakup or that's going to fix the situation that you're in.
It addresses the friction. I like what you said. I think it corresponds with what you said. So I think I'm going to help you out because you're going to be like, yep, that's what it is. It's the ego. When I'm coming to you with a grievance and I say, hey, this thing that you've done, hey, you did it. And I just really want to tell you, like, I really do enjoy our partnership and our friendship. I enjoy us working on this podcast, but man, you consistently show up late. Like, it's just a regular thing. It's hours late, which impacts our shooting. It's just so, like, I really want to continue this partnership, but I can't move forward if this is how we're going to continue to show up for each other. How can we work together to solve your habitual tardiness, right? As a team. In that moment, 5 years later, you coming to me and going, yo, man, hey, I'm glad we see you're doing well. The podcast, I see you're killing it. Yeah, I'm sorry I had to get let go, man. But I learned so much about myself as a man from getting let go and the importance of showing up on time. And I'm like, I will get, I'm just telling you right now, I do get upset. When somebody comes to me with a post-breakup, post-apology, like, I just didn't know that I had that problem. What do you mean you didn't know? I was pointing it out as it was happening.
Well,
the building's on fire.
I think it also, there's some truth to that because communication's key to this. You might think you're pointing it out, but again, I'm not a mind reader.
Oh, no,
I never
pointed it out. Yeah, I agree
unless
yeah.
it's, I tell this, and I disagree with your post-breakup reflection.
Oh, I don't know. I just don't like them. No, it's not that it's bad. I don't like them because I don't think it was never necessary in the first place, only because I'm aware of how well I can communicate, how in tune with what I'm feeling emotionally that I can convey it to you. Hey, this thing that's happening, this specific thing I'm getting triggered in this particular way. Here's what I'm feeling, thinking, and
wanting. Would you look at it a different way? Would you look at it as in, hey, what are the lessons I need to learn so this doesn't happen in the future?
Yeah.
What lessons was I taught? Mm-hmm. And was the breakup my fault? Did I do X?
Yes.
Was I not present? Did I cheat? Or did I, am I sitting at fucking home playing video games, not getting a job?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't think post-breakup epiphanies are not good. I just for me, some of them, when you come back and you say, hey, I really thought about it, I could have done that. And it's like, that's the thing I told you. Now, if you have a post-breakup epiphany that's outside of what we were talking about,
but that's also
different.
That's giving some validation to somebody. You know what I mean? And telling your partner that you were with, saying, "Hey, listen, I do apologize for my part of playing this role."
Yeah, just you know what
I mean.
Yeah,
I just want to get off. It's close.
I don't get that validation.
No, I know.
I get mad.
Ego's taking that.
It's not so much. I mean, and maybe it could be considered ego. For me, it's more so like, I value this relationship so much that I brought something to your attention that really was bothering me.
Before the breakup.
When it was happening in the moment, I brought it to your attention. You chose, because everything is a choice, correct? But everything's a choice. I think we all make our choices and our intentions are our own. Mm-hmm. I brought something to your attention that really was bothering me. And instead of there being actual changes in behavior, and this works both ways, by the way. I could feel, I don't know why. I think I'm feeling the future when the video's actually watched. And so you go, look, this is the part of the video. I don't agree with that part. But the truth is like, we all do it. I think there's a degree of like post-breakup epiphanies that we go, hey, and there's nothing wrong with having them. My thing is telling someone else after the fact. I don't think really it's for them feeling validated. I think it's for you to feel like, oh, I told you, now I feel better.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting it out. It's closure for you.
Yeah, it's closure for you. For who? For you. For the person who you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. That's closure for you. So if that's what's needed, then what's wrong with it?
Don't bring that shit to me. You take that shit somewhere else. Hey, listen, take your closure somewhere else. You hold on to what you did. Hold on to it.
Because there might be closure on the other side that you needed that you didn't know you need. And she tells you. No. Or he tells you. Mm-mm. And then but don't go back together.
Not for me. I'm speaking very, very anecdotally. For me, it doesn't give me that closure because the truth is I really valued this relationship when it was happening. and I really valued the relationship when I needed you to actually think about what I was saying to you and listen.
But how much saying it and doing it's two different things. Saying it is the easiest, cheapest thing possible.
Mm-hmm.
Where the money's being made is with the change.
Okay. Yeah.
People got to take the action to change. Change doesn't just happen at a snap of a fingers or a little wand over your head.
Yeah. No.
It takes conscious action to change, to change your subconsciousness. Because really what you're doing is training your subconsciousness to act in a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the change is going to occur. You have to work at it. And it takes time. Now, if you give me a week, holy shit, bro. Like, it takes, what's the theory? 21 to 90 days to change
your behavior. And I think the behaviors, I think there are some behaviors that we can't tolerate, and there's some behaviors like, okay, cool, we need some time. But yeah, hold on, let's get you in the video.
All right.
Yeah.
Put a lot of weight on issues that are going to cause this negative discourse between the two of y'all, and you're going to look back and be like, he could have missed that one practice. Because me fighting about that one practice lasted 2 months. He could have missed that one practice.
Yeah.
Like, it's tough. I say that all the time. I wouldn't be this dad had I not lost my family being together all the time. Had I not lost...
So essentially what he's saying is I didn't have to fight that fight. I could have just let it go. Because kind of what you were saying in the beginning, almost kind of what you were saying in the beginning. We're like, oh, just let her have the fight.
Let her have a win.
Yeah, but like, what's the overall message? Because the truth is to your point, he didn't have to, like, let's say to the video's point, he didn't have to make that practice. But honestly, no, I disagree. He has to make that practice because when he signed up to be a member of the team,
made a commitment.
He made a commitment, and we don't just not show up. You show up.
But you also made a commitment to your woman when you got together with her.
Yeah.
So,
which is why I want to show up. I mean, this is the kid. Well, hold on, now you sitting this on me, dog. Hold on.
Yeah, you see that?
What's going on over here?
It all see, context is everything.
Yeah. And the problem is with these videos is a lot of times I think
context is everything. If this is a once a week thing, women, you don't have shit to fucking calm the fuck down. Go get a knitting class. You know what I mean? Or some shit. Or go find something that you want to do the time that he's doing it because it's healthy to have separation. I'm not saying live in two separate households as a married couple. What I'm saying is you have different activities that you guys enjoy. You might be a hiker. I'm over here like, fuck, I'm a hunter. That's the only time I'm hiking when I'm hitting my meat. You know what I mean? Oh, that didn't sound right. But
you gotta put a pause.
But edit.
Hey, listen, yeah.
So,
edit. Jesus.
So like
say pause on that. Say pause.
Say pause.
No, say pause. Just say pause.
Pause.
Pause. There you go. Now keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm done, hitting my meat.
Now you gotta say pause again.
I know. Pause.
Go ahead.
So you have to really, the context is everything. You can't sit there and say, I have 6 days dedicated to practice and 1 day dedicated to you and the family, unless you're an elite athlete. Okay, we have circumstances. We get it. But on a normal basis, we're all normal. We're all living lives. Mm-hmm. You have to dedicate time to your family.
But let's reverse it. So let's say it's not the family. And I'm going to give one for the ladies, right? Because let's be honest, when it comes to if we're sticking to the traditional
this is man or woman. Woman
thing,
can't do the same thing.
Well, okay, we'll talk about it. But no, so what I'm saying is so I'm assuming from the context that it's not him that's the athlete that's going to the practice. I'm assuming it's like the kid, one of the sons, soccer practice, something like that.
Could be.
So in this case, let's say when it comes to those more like familial roles, right?
Yep.
Who's really taking the kids to practice if dad's at work? It's mom, right? So I think the story that the thing I'm inferring from what I'm hearing is that, hey, there's a time where mom's stressed out. She doesn't want to take him to practice. The husband's fighting to get her, no, you have to take him to practice.
Then he should step up and take him.
So that's the
if she's conveying that, hey, I'm burnt the fuck out. Mm-hmm. I need a break.
Mm-hmm.
You, as a leader, have to not only listen, but also take action and say, yeah, babe, hey, go hit spa day. I'm going to take the kids. I got dinner. Mm-hmm. See you later. Do something for you.
Or
watch Real Housewives.
Hey, or on that day, hey, don't take him. It's fine. It's just one practice, honey. He'll be all right. Listen, yeah. I'll take care of it. It's one practice.
Hey, I'll take him for the next couple days.
I mean, is he starting though? if he ain't starting, hey, honey,
okay,
listen.
so what you're saying is you're teaching your kids if you ain't starting, then you're not worth my time.
No, I'm teaching my wife that if something comes up that's there's a hierarchy of importance, and her health and her well-being is more important than my son who's not putting in the effort to this thing.
Oh man,
making it to that game. That's
fucking. I just did this with my daughter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
I let my daughter quit.
No. Hold on. Whoa. Hold on. Don't put words in my mouth now. I'm not saying it's okay for him to quit. I'm not saying that at all. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even have this conversation with my son because I'm not talking to my son. I'm talking to my spouse who's saying, hey, I'm tired. I don't want to take it. Hey, I can't take him to the game today.
Just take him.
I would say either I can take him, or if I physically can't take him, hey, don't even worry about it. Hey, listen.
It's one practice.
It's one practice, boo. He ain't even starting. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real.
But does that really take the stress off of her? Because is she stressing now like the job wasn't complete?
Now this is a different conversation. Now hold on now. And I do like what you're doing because I do think this is the bigger issue. The bigger issue is we're having one conversation right now as we're talking, but you've got a whole different conversation in your head that you really want to talk about. And we're not talking about that.
Right.
So I'm stuck on the one that you said.
Yeah.
But you have a whole bigger issue. I don't want to take him ever. Well, then hold on. That's a whole different thing because when we talked about me working and him getting into sports, you said you were going to take him, right? And then now we start to have there's a difference in thing. Now, if we go off the video, I'll just be the one to take, or if we use your words, I'll just be the one that takes him. The problem is, and this is, and I think you're going to love it. I can't wait to show you the next video because the next video is going to play with this. Because for me, I do think there is a communication issue, and I do think that is the biggest destroyer of marriages and relationships is communication issues, and that's partnerships, friendships, relationships,
correct?
Anything. It's miscommunications or a lack of communication. I said, "Hey, honey, this one practice, he can miss it. Don't worry about it. He'll be okay." What she really meant was, I never want to take him. I'm burnt out from taking him. I don't want to do it anymore. Those are two separate conversations.
It depends on the roles in the household.
Well, press play, baby.
I know, man. We go down this whole.
I wouldn't be this dad had I not lost my family being together all the time. Had I not lost a career that was, to anybody else's eyes, was exceptional. Like I wouldn't be this person. I wouldn't have been able to realign my priorities in the way I did as a result of loss. But I would tell any brother who is about to make that decision, you ain't made it yet.
Yeah.
If you can go through another year of therapy, another year of prayer, another year of anything, counsel from your community, I would rather you do that and make sure, because if you ever have any doubt about this decision, Lord, it's gonna tear you apart.
Okay, so what he's essentially saying is, hey, so if you've got doubts about leaving the spouse, leaving the family, then you need to wait. You need to go do more therapy, go do more church, go get more community. I think some of the comments that were on this particular video were very much aligned of, oh, I wish more men had circles like this. I wish they had more rooms. And I'm like, y'all do know that we do have these circles of groups, and even when we have these circles of groups, we may not all, and it's a very rare thing for a man to find a space where he can be held accountable. And I think this is true of all relationships. I think men and women, we find, especially when we're younger and immature, I don't want to find a room full of people that want to make me better. I want to find a room full of people, especially when young men are younger. I don't want to hang out with all the married dudes who are talking about monogamy and marriage and relationships and kids. I want to find the room with dudes talking about hoes, ladies and hoes. Am I allowed to say hoes on the internet? I don't know.
Boats and hoes.
I want to find the guy who's talking about boats and hoes every weekend, because that's where my focus is. That's where, to his point, that's where my priorities are at that particular point in time. Then as we grow up, I do see, you know what? This boats and hoes thing doesn't really align with me anymore. I think I want to commit to something real.
That's not what I heard with him, though.
Oh, what'd you hear? Oh,
I heard he already decided.
How so? Go ahead.
Yeah, because if he's thinking about it, well, you have to do two things. Yes, stay in therapy. But from what I heard is that dude was pretty set of like, I'm already out.
I went out.
That decision is made. I don't think you should wait on that decision. I'm a big player in the space of, you made a decision, now it's time to take action.
But what if I'm not really made in that decision? What if the feelings that I'm having are fleeting?
You have to explore that. in silence.
Yeah, which is where
in silence.
Which is where
don't voice that out.
Yeah.
Don't voice that out yet.
Yep, I agree.
Explore that in silence,
Mhm.
and then when you pinpoint what it is, because I think a lot of times when we hit a relationship or unhappy part, we really don't know exactly where we're unhappy. We just know there's like something not hitting right, and we don't go and take the time to figure out what that thing is. We just blanket the fucking relationship with it.
Yeah.
And then they're just kind of like, he just dumpster fire our relationship, and I don't even know where it's from because now you held all this shit in and just went boop, 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 and now you got the result. Well, but now, so what I say again, communication at its point. If there's something that's coming up and something that you, not everything has to be a fight, not everything has to be a conversation either. I'm a big fan.
Say it one more time. That's gonna be the caption for the video. That's where we start the video. Say it again.
Yeah, not everything has to be a fight. And
not every thought has to be a conversation.
Not every conversation has to be a fight, and not every thought has to be a conversation.
Correct.
You can go. You really have to discover yourself. You have to actually learn how to master communication with yourself before you can master communicate with somebody else, or even be good at it. You can't be good at conversation if you can't have a conversation within yourself. You can't.
Well, or you touching me in my special place. I don't think it's just that either. I think it's also being mindful of who you're communicating with and what kind of conversations like that person has. I can tell you on a number of hands, the number of times I've had to have conversations where conversations that shouldn't have even been had yet because it really wasn't fully fleshed out was had with someone else who then influences how you think or feel and what your perception is. And as you look back to your point, you said a second ago, when I look at my relationship, I go back and I go, yo, this was a pretty damn good relationship. I'm super happy, right? I'm the happy person. You're the unhappy person who's looking, you think that was happy? We were miserable the whole time. Like, news to me. Shit, I was happy. Shit, we were getting ready for our next anniversary. Shit, I was thrilled to move to the next anniversary. And now you hit me with this. And the problem is that dynamic when you shake, and what I typically find is the truth more than likely is that the relationship was not all bad. It wasn't always
Of course
shit.
It's not.
What happens is you're making a decision and you are so focused on justifying your decision that you're either A, only focusing on the negative aspects of the relationship to justify your own decision. Again, going back to your decision-making process and the will that you have on the relationship. And number two, I think a lot of times we intentionally rewrite history, both good and bad for that matter, to justify, again, our decisions. I want to end my relationship. Okay. Well, Dustin did always show up he never showed up on time. And, he never really put in any effort to bring guests on. And you know what? He didn't bring me the right coffee. And even when he did bring the right coffee, there was so many bad things. And really the truth is you didn't show up on time twice compared to my twice. So then what am I tripping about?
You're playing a movie inside your head that didn't really exist. You built it up to something that's really not in reality.
And the truth is you're doing so, but this is going to hurt some feelings. You're doing so to get the desired outcome that you want.
I don't know about that.
Oh, okay. Oh, snap.
I don't know about
you don't disagree with me on my own podcast. Go ahead.
I think what they're going through is, again, they're pinpointing some things that have happened in the relationship.
I agree.
Because they don't know what exactly that they're unhappy about with the relationship. So they're finding just pinpoints. Hey, you showed up late. Oh, I also showed up late. They don't look at that way. So they're finding these little pinpoints in the relationship without finding the real reason. And now they're communicating before they're thinking.
I agree. But when you talked about, in reference to the movie creation aspect of it, that's what I was focusing on. When you talk about making the movie, I'm the director. I pick what memories I want to go back on, and I put the movie together. Well, what does every movie need? An ending. Well, what's the ending that I get from, what is the ending I desire or I want to make? When I look back at our relationship and think of every single failed attempt or every single positive thing you've done, and I put a negative spin on it, and I make it this and I make it that and I chop it up. Every editor is trying to create, that's a job. That's why I really do love editing. I love editing because it allows me to tell the story I want to tell. And even in this podcast, I'm going to cut this video up and I'm going to make it sound like Dustin is a douchebag. I'm going to chop this whole thing up.
Oh my God.
And everybody's going to hate Dustin. They're going to cancel him. He said 5 racist words. You didn't hear him, but I'll make sure I edit it to where it looks like he did, because I have a narrative I want to purport.
Good Lord.
When we go back and watch these movies of our relationships and our failed histories and our failed friendships, I do think, and we all do this, by the way, this is not men, it's not women, it's everybody. We go back and we rewatch this movie and we're rewatching it from the beginning. That's why hindsight's 20/20.
Yeah.
I already know how the movie ended. I don't want to be with you anymore.
Yeah.
So now I'm going back and watching that movie from the lens of, I don't want to be with Dustin anymore. Let me go back and find evidence that supports this narrative of Dustin's bad, me good, and finally I'm free.
But again, I'll give you an example. And this is a recent light of mine. With everything that's happened in my past, women are very dangerous to me.
Mm.
And they're not going to physically hurt me, but they're going to emotionally break me down.
Mm.
And I didn't really learn that
That's some vulnerable ass shit you
until
just
last week, just last weekend.
Mm.
Subconsciously, I knew, but my conscious mind did not know. It's just has this mechanism in there for protection, right?
A TMS treatment.
Now it fucking came to light, man. Just went wham, turned on. I was like, pinpointed it. Wow. I always knew women were dangerous and I knew why they were dangerous. I don't know how to cope with them being dangerous. Now, how do I cope with them being dangerous? And how do I get, now all women aren't trying to hurt me.
Well, we talked about that. I think we talked about that a couple weeks ago.
But now it's to light, right? Now it's in the conscious mind. Now I know why I'm thinking this way.
Mm-hmm.
Now I can sit back and,
Oh, be careful. You're about to do it now. You're about to do it right now. You're about to go back and make the movie. Now you make a decision to make that, like, not saying all women, but let's just say for all women, for the sake of the conversation, you're not saying all women, we're going to say all women.
But again,
go ahead.
I haven't had the conversation.
Nobody, you don't have to have the conversation yet.
You don't
have to have the conversation to create the narrative and the perspective and to draft the movie. I don't have to tell Steven Spielberg that I have a version of E.T. 2.
Yep.
Right? I don't have to tell him, but to have the movie in my head. The problem for me is especially dangerous of what you're telling yourself and where you're coming from. And I do think there is a degree of, I understand like bouncing my ideas and opinions off of others. I don't agree with letting your opinion of what I'm bouncing off you influence how I feel, think, and what I want. Because then I'm not really thinking for myself, I'm thinking for Dustin. If I tell you, hey, man, this coffee tastes really good, and I go, yo, don't you think this coffee tastes good? No, this coffee tastes like shit. Oh, it does taste good. No, it doesn't. No, bro, it tastes good. No, it doesn't. It's the worst coffee I've ever had. Well, damn, I thought Red, White, and Badass Brew was the best coffee in all of San Diego. That's right, guys. If you're looking for Red, White, and Badass Brew coffee, head on down to 5120 Jackson Drive. This is a paid advertisement. Yeah, you see how I did that just now? Yeah, you're welcome. But no, the truth is if I go, yo, I really like this coffee, and you say, yo, this coffee's shit. And I go, well, damn, maybe the coffee is shit. And I take a sip. It does kind of taste nasty. Well, now what I do is I do this. I go back in time and I look at all the times I realize I didn't really like that. You know what? That one flavor I tried, the Almond Joy, I guess I really wasn't a fan of coffee.
Don't fucking talk shit about Almond Joy.
No, Almond Joy was the bomb. I love that shit. Found it 5120 Jackson Drive. I don't own that shit. Right? But the truth is, when I go back and I look, I go, damn, maybe I didn't like the coffee. And his last seasonal flavors weren't good either. And then the whiskey latte, my favorite, really isn't even my favorite. I don't like Dustin's coffee. That's not my opinion. That's not me.
Yeah, somebody else writing the story.
Dustin retelling me something, me not having my own opinion solid, and then rewriting history.
You can't. So you have to be careful with that. You have to be careful about the way you're going down it, and you have to be in tune with yourself and the way you think in order to get a proper response.
But what if I'm not?
It's like we're like ChatGPT. I mean, you put a bad prompt in there, guess what? You can get bad fucking results, man.
Say it again.
Say it again. We're like ChatGPT. If you put a bad prompt in there, you're going to get a bad response.
No, if you don't know what ChatGPT is, and this is to anyone, if you are using ChatGPT to determine the outcome of your relationship, your friendship, your business relationships, you are the fucking problem. Let me tell you why. ChatGPT is a prompt-based thing. It can only tell you information based off what you tell it. If I say, me, Terry, good, my wife, bad, what do you think I should do with my relationship? It will say, well, you don't deserve to be in that relationship, and she's always been this way, and you
have to be super careful just about the way you think, where the information is pulled from. If you're pulling it in the past and saying, well, maybe I really didn't like all this shit, it's wrong. Because that's what ChatGPT does. It goes to sources that are not vetted sources.
Well, but
they're just
But if
there.
we're talking about your relationship, that's a different. What I'm saying
But
is,
no, but I'm saying,
Yeah.
but the relationship, you're going back and you're pulling this information out just like ChatGPT would.
if I go back
And
and I look in it,
might be sound advice back there because the image we have is what's created, maybe not exactly what was reality.
If you go back, and I challenge anyone, and I'm going to do it, I'll do it before we leave here today. I'll do it with any one of my businesses, any one of the things that I do enjoy doing.
All right.
I will go back and I will, if you go into ChatGPT, take your ChatGPT right now, especially the one of you that are listening that have your little relationship issues in ChatGPT because you be doing it. I want you to tell ChatGPT, my relationship is the best relationship I've ever had. I'm super excited to move forward. Hit send. What ChatGPT will do is go back to every conversation you've had and rewrite it to make it fit the narrative that you've just told it is the desired ending.
Yep.
I want my relationship to look great.
Yep.
And it will tell you all of that.
ChatGPT is not going to argue with you.
ChatGPT is not your therapist. Most of your therapists aren't even your therapists, and your friends aren't your fucking therapists either. They're a soundboard. And I have a vision for a video.
I disagree.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I disagree.
Go ahead. Hit me.
I think friends are therapists. Matter of fact, if they're good friends,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
they're going to tell you have a great idea. They're going to tell you have a bad idea.
Great. Okay.
They're going to tell you to stop fucking thinking about that and move
you're
on with
married
something else.
and you're a married man and you want to stay in your marriage. I'm not a married man. I've got tons of marital trauma. I'm done. I hate relationships. Bro, cheat on her. Leave her, bro. You don't need that shit no more. Leave her. That's my advice to you as a friend. That's my advice. Leave your girl, bro. She said what? She wouldn't cook you dinner? Bro, she don't even love you, dog. She ain't loyal. She don't have your back. Leave her.
That's not a friend.
That's not a friend. That's what I'm saying. I think what happens is
you have to know what's a friend, what's not a friend.
You have to have that discernment, right? To know what friends look like and what friends don't look like. But at the same time, you also, and I think this is more so, and I do apologize, ladies. I apologize. We apologize on behalf of
what the fuck did I do?
Watch this. You're gonna agree with me. The truth is, I do think this is different between men and women, between friendships and male and female relationships. You have to understand that when you tell your female friends, he's bad, and then you ask them what you should do, what do you think they're going to reference?
All the bad shit. You have not put anything good.
They are, and that's what a soundboard is. A soundboard is a blank it's a blank electronic device, and you click this button and you record a sound, and then you play that button, it plays that sound. That's what for some female relationships, that's what your relationships are. But think of who the actual problem is. It's not your girls. It's not your friends. It's you. It's the information you're giving to the soundboard. Hey, I don't want to tell them how many times you showed up for me. I don't want to tell them how you showed up for me when no one else did, or you had my back and you believed in me when no one else did. But I'll tell them when you didn't show up for me.
But isn't a real friend to sit there and to
them girls don't care.
No. I'm talking about guys.
Sorry.
I'm not a woman. I can't speak.
I got some trauma.
I can't speak on women's behalf and what they would do. You know what I mean? I can't speak. I can.
But you know female relationships. You know, come on.
I'm not going down that fucking road, man. No fucking way. Listen, I didn't play in what women want.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get struck by lightning or get shocked by the hair dryer or whatever. Oh, it'd be fucking game over.
I'd make the best products.
We wouldn't be here.
Yeah. We would actually, therapy would be unfull. Therapy would be full.
Therapy would be full.
It would be, therapy was full. So I guess therapy wouldn't be full.
Therapy is full.
Therapy would not be full now.
Would not be full.
Solve all the problems for men.
Yeah.
Program them. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, you know, what I think about is the questions that you ask. Of course, if you just go there with negative, you're going to get a negative response. But I would, me as a friend to you, I'd be like, well, what's the positive in it? What's the good?
That's a true friend. Oh my God. Okay. So,
what's the good?
Okay. So
let's focus on the good and let's see if that bad really weighs in. Most of the time we find that it really doesn't. And it can be solved because you're pissed off at some problem.
My first question though is why you bro, if she you say nothing positive about her. Like if she's so negative,
you should be gone.
Why are you with her?
Yeah, you should be gone.
Then what I typically find is that's where you'll tell me that, well, she does all these and she's with my kids. Oh, so she's not all bad. You're just telling me all the bad stuff.
You're just telling me all the bad shit.
Yeah, so stop talking shit about your girl.
Yeah.
Okay, so this video, my thoughts are no. I even commented on the video. So if you do watch the video, you go back and check it out, you will see my comment. And I was in some heavy debates. I love debating on Instagram. It's the most fun thing to do. The problem for me is I think we've got to a place where it's easier to blame the man, the leader, for the failing of the mission, the failure of the marriage, the failure of the relationship, not realizing that it technically takes two. It takes a partnership. It takes leading and following and discernment and effective leadership.
Going back to your analogy.
Yep, hit it.
All right. You're on a mission and the CO puts the mission parameters out and the mission is not a success. Is it the CO's fault?
Technically, yeah. If he's a good leader, yes. I think if he's a really good leader, which probably makes me sound like a hypocrite right now. If he's a good leader. So here's the thing. If he's a good leader, he stands and takes the brunt of it and says, "Hey, sorry, we failed you."
Not sit there say he's taking the brunt of it. Is it his fault?
No, it's not. It's not his fault. Why'd the mission fail?
Because it takes a team.
No. Okay. So let me finish this part because yes, I agree with you.
Okay.
The truth is an effective leader. Matter of fact, let's just play this out one way. You're the fire team leader. We failed the mission. Who's the sergeant major yelling at? Who's the sergeant yelling at?
Yeah.
You.
Me.
Not the whole team. He's going to yell at the fire team leader, right? Yeah. What do you do as an effective leader? In the military, back to Leadership 101, what do you do?
You have to go back and correct the actions that were taken so the next mission is not a
But in that office, well, sir, it was Davis. Davis didn't do what I told him to do, and he didn't jump when I said jump.
No. So
how do you show up? Yep.
No. I'd ask him, like, how did we fail?
How we fail?
What can we learn from the failures? Is there something that we can take away so I can, with the troops, we can get them trained up so we don't run into this again? What steps did we fail at? Where did the mission break down?
Well, that's understand where we failed. But the point I want to get to is there's no point for you, I think, and I don't know Dustin in that particular capacity, but I think I know his answer. There's no point in that argument, in that conversation that you're having with the sergeant major that you're going to say, it's somebody else's fault. He messed up.
No fucking way.
Not as the fire team leader, right? As the fire team leader, hey, sir.
You're not a leader if you're pointing.
What can I do?
Point fingers.
Yep, not pointing fingers. Now, here's the problem that I do have with this. I don't mind taking the brunt of it, but I definitely marriage is not like the military. And that's the things I think we get to this leadership and who's a leader and who's a follower. The truth is in a marriage, we are a team. We are a collective team. The team failed the mission. Period. The team failed. Now, how did we fail? How could I show up better? How did I not hold you right? How did that's after action reports, right?
Now, you could do everything right.
No. We're not gonna do that.
Right.
That's we're gonna go to the next video. We're gonna go to the next video. Hey, so listen, if you guys like this video, right? If you guys like that piece of content, if you guys are thinking, hey, we love this style, please let us know in the comments, right? So we're gonna try to shoot shorter content. I know this one probably was still a little bit longer than some of our short form content. But if you guys enjoyed this video, if you thought this was beneficial or even a little more entertaining than some of the other content, let us know down in the comment section. We'd love to know. Give us some like, give us a follow, and we'll check out the next video.
Yeah. Comment on I have a sexy beard. I love to hear that.
Yeah. He does love those things. Cool.